DORK Podcast with Rich Keefe. It's the DORK Podcast. Ryan Davey. It's the DORK Podcast. Hashtag. It's the hashtag DORK Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Dork. My name is Rich Keefe, joined as always by Davey Eyeballs. He is Raven Von Daven. All hail the king of ginger ale. It's Ryan Davey. Davey, how are you?
Doing good since the last time you saw me. You know, a lot of improvements.
I'm glad. Yeah, hopefully you were able to do a lot better from the last time. When you made such a horse's ass out of yourself that last. You have to go back and listen to the last episode. When you'll definitely remember the time Davey made an ass out of himself. Right, one of our episodes, but we're about a month away from our DORK Awards show, which is always one of my favorite episodes of the entire year because we take a look at all the stuff, and not all the awards are positive, folks. Some of them are negative, and it's the best and the worst of the year in all of the different nonsense that we talk about. And we've had a good group of awards that have been in there for a while. We added a couple last year. I think we need to add a couple more this year. I came up with an idea. I was having to think. You ready for this one?
Where were you when you came up with this?
I think I was probably driving on the thruway.
Okay.
Like mindless driving, just like thinking of stuff. And I think it's too good to pass up. And we could be really creative with it too.
Okay.
I was thinking of calling it the Jim Carrey in '94 award, which goes to whoever had the best year, whoever dominated the year, and you can take that for whatever you want it to mean. So we were just joking last episode about how it was a good year for Romulus and Remus because they were featured in both Gladiator 2 and Alien Romulus. Or you can just take, I don't know, an actor who was in a bunch of really good movies, or actress who was in like a bunch of really good movies all in one year, and be like, holy shit, wasn't it a good year for, fill in the blank?
Yeah.
Therefore, the Jim Carrey in '94 award.
Yeah. So what a crazy year. I just looked at that again. Jesus. Calendar year.
Calendar
Ace
year.
Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber.
Insane. Insane. Those three movies in 1 year.
Yep.
All right. So this is
he
fine.
Gets the veins and everything.
This is fine. If you guys want to, if you're in the chat right now and you want to throw some out there, Brad last episode said, it kind of reminded us because we were going to do the most comely of the year, most comely for whoever happened to be the most comely. Pat wants to do the Drippin' Hog of the Year award. I guess would go annually to the best Drippin' Hog.
Was it the cast of, what's that show? Brightburn. Congratulations. A lot of Drippin' Hog in that movie, I heard.
That's fine. So these are just some that I think we can add to the list. I'm trying to think who would be Glenn Powell might be. No, you're thinking Drippin' Hog.
I was thinking Glenn Powell for the Drippin' Hog award. Big Drippin' Hog.
He's kind of running unopposed. I kind of only have all the nominees are Glenn Powell. No, I was thinking Glenn Powell.
Oh, there's other nominees. They're just all Glenn Powell.
I got Glenn Powell from Twisters. I got Glenn Powell from Hitman. I got
Glenn Powell from Anyone But You. Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick.
That's what I'm saying. All
Drippin' Hogs.
Candidates for the Drippin' Hog. Oh no, but that movie was actually so this year I think he's just Twisters and Hitman. He'd be in the mix though. He'd be in the running. I would
Anyone But You was last year?
You know what? I think it was. It was like December.
All right.
Because I remember watching it. I remember watching it early this calendar year with the idea like I'm only watching it because I like to watch as many movies that come out in the year as possible. And then after I saw it, it was like 2023 release. I was like, God damn it. Ew. You had mentioned best video game of the year. What are some of these don't have to be the dead set nominees. I'm just like spitballing right now. What are some that sort of jump to mind?
So for me, I think the one we play the most, like EA College Football, is going to be on there.
Has to be just because what a great comeback. After 10 years without the college football game.
That's right.
I've been playing the shit out of it.
So far, I mean, there's Elden Ring, which had a big expansion, which was Animal Well was really good. I'm looking at a list of games right now. My favorite again was Blacksmith Wukong.
Oh yeah.
That game was incredible. Sneaky Hades 2 was really, really fucking good. I forgot that came out this year. Helldivers, which like kind of died quickly, but that game was so fun. I'm playing the Plucky Squire right now. I'm liking that.
Okay.
But there's been a lot of good games this year. The Silent Hill 2 remake was really good. That's all I got for that. But kind of a down. I think everyone's just kind of like waiting. And again, so the video game awards are coming up next week, and I wonder if you get to see more Grand Theft Auto. You have to, right?
Yeah. But we're not getting that until, is it 2026 or is it the end of 25?
So another year. But also some God of War rumblings.
Another God of War?
Or like a spin-off or like an expansion or like something set in that universe.
Oh, speaking of that, I know IGN isn't the best. Like, you know, we've made fun of a lot of their reviews. They gave the Penguin a 5. But just for the purpose of actually putting together a list, they just came out with a top 100 PlayStation games of
like
all
original
time.
PlayStation or just PlayStation of all time?
I think just games that were on PlayStation, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and like everything included. Which got me thinking, I'm like, all right, it's not bad. So I was like, we could either do an episode reacting to that list, or we could each come up with our own top 10 PlayStation games, or we could look at the list, kind of make fun of it, or maybe agree with it, and then kind of do our own. Because you look back at the history of it, it's pretty goddamn sweet. Here's a good nominee: the Iron Mike Award, most washed-up actor performance. That's not bad.
It's not bad. I kind of like that, but don't take a shot at poor Mike. He got paid.
He did get paid.
So
he got paid.
He could, and I saw it, and someone started posting it on TikTok after I said they're not like I'm not saying they're copying me, but like someone agreed with me. There was one instance in the first round where you could see him pull a hook.
Yeah,
like he went to throw it and then like backed off.
Yeah,
he could have knocked that kid's block off and didn't do it.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
All right, so I got just as some ideas. Maybe we do the Iron Mike Award or something like that. That's not bad. The Drippin' Hog Award, the Cumley Award, the Jim Carrey in '94 Award. So you know what? If we start to do more of our movie and TV awards, like in the reviews, what are you hollering at me for? Now Harold's hollering at me. What? I don't know what he wants. There's no food.
He doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't even know.
He doesn't know.
He's old and confused.
He is. He's an old timer, this son of a gun. So like, for example, when we start giving out more Friars helmets during the year for the most distracting people. So at the end, this year it'd be too hard to do because like stuff I didn't really like register. But going forward, some of those ones we'll have to throw in at the end of the year too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. TV shows of the year. Penguin is already an automatic nominee. I think Fallout has got to be close to it.
It really is.
Auto nominee. Fallout was great. I think I gave both a 6. I love them.
So instead of just doing like, could we also do like a best adaptation?
We could. I mean, there's nothing stopping us. I mean, for Christ's sake,
it's our own fucking show.
Do whatever the hell we want. We could do best animated show too. I think I watched more. I watched a lot of animated.
I watched I actually did watch the first part of the Watchmen, and just to see what it was like.
Oh, I am gonna watch that. What do you think? Not bad.
Not bad. It's like very like comic book accurate.
Okay. No, that is another thing I've been meaning to watch. I'll put that aside.
It's not bad.
I'll give.
I don't know why it still seems unnecessary, but at least it's true to the source material.
It is odd that they did that because the Zack Snyder movie was pretty good, and then the TV show was amazing.
And they leave out a lot, like the Zack Snyder movie, obviously, because just time. Like you couldn't do that entire. You would have to do 3 parts.
Yeah. Let's see. What other anime? Oh, so it was funny. This was a year where both The Boys and The Bear had seasons, and they were both like good, but they were both, I think we both thought were the worst seasons of the series. So it'll be interesting once we put our, really look at everything, each come up with our 3 nominees, slap it together for 6 nominees for each one of these categories. I don't know. Like the Bears, the Bear won, didn't it, in season 2 and 3 for show of the year? Us? Right.
But like Shogun,
Yeah.
like Shogun's good.
That's another one. Shogun was this year.
Like there's some really good TV, man.
Fargo.
The Acolyte.
I forget what's our rule on Fargo. These goddamn shows that start in like November, December and end in like February, January, February.
You know what?
Year
Fargo should just be happy that they like made like they bounced back.
Yeah,
after the Chris Rock season. Agatha, we can't sleep on Agatha.
Agatha was really good. My show, From. I watched a lot of From. Dude, From was good. I like From. Oh, House of the Dragon. Actually, House of the Dragon.
X-Men 97.
Yeah, X-Men 97 was good. House of the Dragon was kind of a highs and lows. Because another one that we do is the best episode of the year.
Yes.
And so I think House of the Dragon, despite not being the best season of television, is going to have a nominee. That dragon fights was insane.
That was something.
So good. Did you end up ever watching that show Eric with Benefit Lumberjacks?
No, you kind of talked me out of it.
Yeah, it was odd. It was kind of a weird. It was, which I liked, but I thought it could have been even like weirder. But like it was less weird, kind of sad. And like,
you know what I'm sleeping on too? Dune Prophecy. I haven't watched yet.
I haven't either. Has anybody watched Dune Prophecy? And should we? I haven't watched
72 that. On Roddy T's. IGN gave it a 7.
So that's, who knows? They obviously weren't getting paid one way or the other. Okay. I don't know. So I like Dune a lot. I was thinking of rewatching Dune Part 2.
So it's basically the founding of the Bene Gesserit, the people who do the voice.
Okay.
Okay.
Jason in the chat says so far it's great.
All right.
So I gotta add that to my goddamn growing queue that I got. I got a lot of goddamn shit that I gotta watch. What about what also was this year?
Proper condoms for policemen who like eating Burger King. Proper whopper copper condom on.
What a wild show Baby Reindeer was.
That was crazy. That was it got real dark. And it was like started funny, and then you're like, wait, this isn't funny.
No.
Then it got really dark, and then it just got weird.
I'm not having
any fun. I was there for
now.
Like, yeah. But here's my impression of the woman on it. That horse riding has an enormous penis. Like she talks really flat and weird.
I think I have that. Hold on. Let's see. We can compare it side by side.
Sweetie?
Yeah, honey?
The horse you're on has a huge penis.
That horse you're on has a huge penis.
It's pretty good. It's like a little bit of like Cartman being like condescending.
Yeah.
That horse you're on has a huge penis.
Not bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
No.
Can be worked on.
Not bad. What else did Sweet Tooth season 3 was this year? I wouldn't say that's necessarily the best or the worst. True Detective. No. The Jodie Foster True Detective was this year. Same kind of thing. Dude, you know what I think was this year? Was Ted.
Oh my God. Was it really?
I think Ted was this year. Yeah.
No way.
I think Ted was 2024. Let's take a look, shall we? TV series, Ted.
Yeah, 2024.
Dude, what a show. What an incredible show.
So my bid for episode of the year was, again, we talk about the one where he like has the friend, mom has the friend come over.
Oh my God, that guy was so good.
Taking a bath.
And he couldn't drink, or could he not draw?
Hands.
Yeah.
So he just drew dicks?
Yeah, dicks and like boobs, right?
Yeah.
It's like all very that guy was amazing. Yeah, we're gonna go back and remember what that guy. He had a lot. He had a lot of jokes. Dude, Ted might. Now that I'm looking at this and like trying to craft my top 3 or top 6 total, like Ted might wiggle its way in here. It just might.
It was really good. Like I think we talked about it. It was better than it had any right to be.
Yeah. Yeah. What about? Oh, we do best TV character of the year. That guy could get a sniff for that.
He could. You could.
That's awesome. Most disappointing TV show of the year is another one that we give out.
Yeah. Not going to tip my
no.
hand on this one, but there are
All
some that I was like, eh.
Okay. Yep. Keep it under your hat. We do, let's see, worst movie of the year. Oh, so actually, there's a couple more that I need to see just to be fair to all of the nominees for worst movie of the year, because movies that have been, so I haven't seen Borderlands.
That's the one I have to see it. I have to see it for myself, but it has to be free. I'm not going to like.
No, I'm not going to pay for Borderlands. But I feel like the other obvious nominees are like Madam Web and Joker and like Crow,
The Crow.
Roadhouse.
Jesus Christ.
Atlas, what is it? Atlas was really bad with J-Lo.
Was it Argyle? I guess that was supposed to be really bad.
That was
Rebel
bad.
Moon.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. Part 2, right?
Yeah.
You know what was really bad and really disappointing? So I don't know if this would be bad or disappointing or both. Was the Adam Sandler movie Spaceman. Rough. It like, and I love Sandler, and like this was just like him going for it with like he was like an astronaut, and it was just like he was talking to this giant spider. It was like a weird.
Apparently, according to GameSpot, there is a movie worse than Borderlands or Madam Web, and that was the Dennis Quaid Ronald Reagan movie.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's 22 on Metacritic.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what also was real bad? Well, Trap, the M. Night Shyamalan movie Trap was terrible.
Yeah, Ryan watched it. She said she hated it.
Hated it. Yep, I don't blame her. The Seinfeld's movie Unfrosted was this year.
That got shit on.
That got dumped. People took a dump on that. We mentioned Jenna Ortega. I think maybe it was last episode. She was in that movie Miller's Girl with Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
That was bad. You watch that?
No, but I did walk in on a scene and it was
no. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. Best horror movie of the year is always one of my favorite categories.
Yeah.
Good ones.
We got some. What do you got?
I was gonna say you got Oddity, you got Late Night with the Devil, you had Alien Romulus would count, Abigail. I think Blink Twice is probably a horror movie. Maxine,
The Substance.
Yep. Oh, The Substance. So that's another one. I haven't seen The Substance yet. So I got to watch The Substance.
Stop motion, which I saw, which is fucking weird.
Was it good?
In a Violent Nature. You saw In a Violent Nature, right?
I haven't. That's the one. I've heard really mixed things. I've heard people that love it, and I've heard other people that are like, it's kind of boring.
You know what? The other one, Talk to Me, is 2024.
I think it's 2023.
It says. Let me see.
I think it's 23.
Yes, just missed it. It was one of those like just missed.
But it was The First Omen, Immaculate, and Long Legs were all.
Yeah, Long Legs too. I forgot about Quiet Place Day 1.
I did watch that. Not great. You
just hate those movies though.
I hate those movies. I like that cast, and I was interested at least in it, but wasn't my favorite. That James McAvoy. What the fuck's that one called? It's gonna be streaming this week. Actually, I'll watch.
There are some. I'm looking at like lists of the top 50 horror movies or whatever this year. There are some international films that we should probably see.
All right, whose list are you looking at?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, what are like the top 5?
They're starting at 1 or starting at 5?
Give me 5 to 1.
Okay, 5 to 1. Strange Darling.
Oh, I've heard good things about that. We've actually gotten a few emails about that. All right, I've not seen that either.
I'll check that out. Number 4 is In Flames. Conjuring fear with a sense of encroaching unease instead of cathartic jolts. In Flames is an exemplary horror film with something profound to say about the oppression of women. This looks like it is. I don't know where this is from, but it looks like to be. And then the next one is Infested. You heard about this?
No.
Both of these 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right, Infested.
A chillingly effective creature feature with more on its mind than simply creepy crawlies. Infested draws viewers into its web with stylish efficiency.
Ooh, All right.
Theo, or was it Caleb, is 30 and has never been lonelier. He's fighting his sister over an inheritance and cuts ties with his best friend. Fascinated by exotic animals, he finds a venomous spider in a shop and brings it back to his apartment. It only takes moments for the spider to escape and reproduce, turning the whole building into a dreadful web trap.
Jesus Christ. All right.
So it's like arachnophobia, but like, holy shit.
All right.
Number 2 is Oddity.
Loved it. I loved
Number
Oddity. Holy
Number
smokes.
1 is Late Night with the Devil.
Is it
Both
really number 1?
Scorchers. Like, those movies were great.
Yeah, those movies to me, I think, are automatic nominees. Those 2. And then the other 4 we'll have to figure out. I gotta watch The Substance. That's another one. I guess there's been mixed things on. It's really long. I thought about watching it one night, and I'm like, oh, horror movie is probably an hour and a half. I think it's like 2.5 hours. It's also on some really weird streaming service that I've never heard of. But I think it's one of these. Yeah, I think it's like this movie is like what they were like basing their thing around or whatever. But I'm guessing if you grab like a free preview of it, you can watch it and then move on.
Yeah. VHS Beyond is at 89%. I didn't know that.
Jesus Christ. That's like the 6th VHS movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do those say actually, you know what? People are asking in the chat where those movies are at right now.
I don't.
So I think I can tell you. Here, let me pull this up right now. Oddity. For people who want to watch Oddity, it is on Shudder right now.
Yeah, a lot of these are on Shudder.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shudder's a good one.
I should just buy Shudder. I watch so much horror, and I think they have everything, right?
Yeah, Shudder's got a good catalog.
You can add that to Prime Video, right?
I think so. It's like $7 a month, maybe. But it does have like an insane.
Well, it's AMC.
Catalog. It's through AMC Plus or whatever. That's nice. You can also rent Oddity on Apple TV, I think, for $5.99. But you're better off just getting Shudder and banging out like a bunch of movies.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Best comedy of the year has been a tough one to crack. There's just not a lot of comedies anymore.
No, yeah, I don't.
It ends up being like superhero movies. Like I bet Deadpool and Wolverine will probably have to nominate.
Let me see. So best comedy movies. So the one, it's not really a comedy, but you know a movie I saw that was really good. It's on Prime Video. My Old Ass.
I haven't
seen Aubrey Plaza. It's actually like it's really good.
Okay.
It's like a girl, it's like a coming of age thing, but like the girl meets like her older self, played by Aubrey Plaza. And it's kind of one of those things. It's like it's a fresh take on like that dynamic of like meeting your older self or whatever.
That's not bad.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, the chat saying, Ricky Stenicki was pretty funny.
Deadpool and Wolverine was pretty good.
Yep. Madam Web.
I haven't seen Saturday Night, but I'm told that was good.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one either. About SNL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of good comedies.
It might be. I mean, looking at my list, it's probably either Deadpool and Wolverine, if you want to call it that, or Stenicki.
What about the Fall Guy?
Yeah, Fall Guy's probably comedy. It's like a bunch.
Yeah.
It's like 4 genres, but yeah, Fall Guy.
Right.
Fall Guy's a good one. I liked Fall Guy.
I liked it too. It was a little too long, but I did like it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Wolves, but apparently that's a comedy too.
And apparently it's not great. I did not hear good things about Wolves.
No,
I think it's I think it's kind of like you got Brad Pitt, you got George Clooney, and then you shouldn't really do much.
IGN gave it a 4, so
they
probably pissed pants because they didn't get an advanced copy.
So for Steal a Smooch this year, do you want to give me actual character names this time, or do you just want to continue to just give me actress names?
I will give you character names this time.
Thank you. All right.
I know that's been a running joke, but I will like.
I have like the names of like all these characters, and then Davey's like Sydney Sweeney, Florence Pugh, and like Margot Robbie. I'm like, okay, great. That's not. God damn it.
It's not the thing.
Son of a bitch.
But we do have the most comely could be that
Glenn Powell.
He's already winning Dripping Hog.
He could be a double nominee. He's also going to get nominated for Jim Carrey in 94.
He is. Yep.
What else is let me see, best movie is always gonna be good. Right now, I don't want to tip our hand too much. There's a couple obvious ones, and then there could be a couple surprise ones. I'm still not even sure it's gonna win.
Here's another idea for an award. Should have seen it in like a movie that like you definitely needed to see in the theater award.
Oh, see it in the theater award?
Yeah.
Would that be like the Jurassic Park award
The Jurassic Park award or yeah, I mean any movie that's been like it wasn't the best, but like spectacle. Like I'm thinking of like Bright Side. I'm thinking of like DJ and Bright Side. Like, all right, what movie would you want to see? So like Twisters is gonna get nominated for that.
Yeah.
Gladiator, movies like Godzilla -1. Fuck out of here.
That was a year before.
Still, but like that's the type of movie that you would see it in the theater.
Oh yeah. Or maybe we should call it the Bright Side Home Theater Award
for like
right? For the movie that you need to see in the best theater possible, whether it be your home or otherwise.
I like that.
Let me add that to my goddamn notes.
But now we need to make like a Mac and Goo award for something that takes place in the 90s.
Yes, we could do that.
Best thing than talking about the 90s, right?
Best 90s movie. Like, what? Did any of these movies take place in the 90s or reference the 90s?
X-Men 97.
Or have Steve Urkel in them? Yes, X-Men 97.
Skeleton Crew has Steve Urkel in it.
Skeleton Crew? Oh, that's right.
Jaleel White is in that.
Didn't he say he wasn't going to be? He's not interested in a Family Matters reboot if it's just a money grab.
What else are you interested in then?
I was like, why not, dude? No one's gonna be mad. No one's gonna be mad at you.
You can come out as Stefan.
You go ahead. You get in there. You do that.
Just do the line one time. Do the lines.
Come on, dude. Ask us if we have any cheese. Come on.
Or drop something and go, did I do that?
So good. Every time we did that, got crushed. There wasn't a lot of guys doing it like he was doing it back then. Did you watch a lot of documentaries this year, Rye? Or
I feel like I did.
I think I have I definitely have enough for to have 3 strong nominees because it can be TV or it can be series or it can be a one-off. They both apply for our best docs award. I just started watching on Netflix. Fucked up, but most of the Netflix docs are. They have a 3-part series right now on the Jean-Benet Ramsey case.
Are you learning anything new from that?
Well, it's not so much that I don't remember a lot of the details because when that happened, I was 12 in 96. I remember being on the news all the time. And then I remember like a few years after them sort of talking about it. But like right now, Sean gun to my head, James gun to my dick. I probably couldn't tell you exactly how it ended. So like I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm learning as much as I'm just being like reminded of like how the case played out, but I'll finish. It's so fucked. Like, so anyway, it's a hard, no, it is. It's like a hard watch in that sense. I mean, she was 6 years old, but
yeah,
you know, I'll watch the next couple.
Do you know what came out recently that has 100%? There's no critic scores on it, but it has 100% audience score right now. Speaking of documentaries. Mike Mignola drawing monsters.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Documentary about Mike Mignola and like the creation of Hellboy and like all of that.
What's that streaming on?
You can rent it right now. It's not really like streaming on anything, but you can rent it everywhere.
Got it. The Jim Henson documentary was this year.
That was outstanding.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think.
I watched some weird ones earlier in the year. They called him Mostly Harmless. Was like a hike. What was it like some weird mountain climbers or some shit? Not mountain climbers. There was some weird like story about a guy and like whatever. Lover Stalker Killer. I watched American Nightmare.
American Nightmare was good. I watched Will and Harper.
I watched that Will Ferrell movie or the documentary. Yeah, I watched that.
Chimp Crazy. I got about halfway through that and was like, I don't want to do this. Did you watch Tell Them You Love Me?
No, I don't think so.
That was you would like it. It's like fucked up. Like
What was that one about? Tell them you love me.
It was a guy, and he was like, he like disappeared. And he had like this like crazy girlfriend.
Okay.
And she was like getting him to like, and she, you know.
No, I don't think I did.
You watched Bratz, right? You said it was just Andrew McCarthy being a sad sack.
Yeah, everybody else being like, dude, move on. He's like, they called us the Brat Pack and it fucked us. And everybody else is like, we did all right, dude. Like, look at us now. We're fine.
Yeah, look around. I'm good, dude. Like, we're fine here.
Like, they're sitting inside Demi Moore or like Emilio Estevez's like giant mansion. And they're like, yeah, can't believe they called us brats. And he's like, isn't that bad? They're like, I don't know, Andrew. Like, we all got multiple other roles and are doing just fine.
You were in Weekend at Bernie's. You killed that movie. Everyone loves that movie.
You were so great in it, and you should have been in many more of those to come. I don't know. I mean, he thought at the time that the writer really screwed those guys over, but I don't know.
Whatever, dude.
I disagree. I thought those guys had a good run. There were a lot of good movies, and they were all kind of working sense. And anyway, circling back to, I guess, this performance by Demi Moore in The Substance, they're like, it's the greatest performance of her life. She's insane in it.
Yeah,
so I gotta watch.
Seen One Crazy Summer? She is excellent in that movie too.
She's great in every movie that she's in.
Yeah.
I've seen them all, and I've already seen everything. I saw Striptease. I've seen everything. Right. So this will be about a month from now. So basically, because we also do the You Can't Watch Everything awards. So there'll be a few, unfortunately, that I don't get to. But it feels like I need to watch The Substance. I need to watch Borderlands. I need to watch Nosferatu when it comes out.
Do you need to watch Madam Web again?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I have a Netflix subscription. I can watch it at any time.
If Mike Epps gets paid every time I watch Madam Web, I will keep it on loop.
That's a good point.
I love that guy.
I'll do it for Day. I'll throw him a couple more watches. But that's pretty good. And feel free between now and then, if you guys have any more ideas for awards, we can toss those on the pile as well. I already like the list that we got going here. Looks like it's pretty good. Next week, 2 weeks, we got Kraven the Hunter. Next week, I think it's still TBD, so we can figure that out as we get going this holiday season.
Next
Anything
week,
else?
yeah. No, I got nothing.
All right, very good. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Subscribe and follow all those places at Dork Podcast. You can email us anytime. dorkpodcast@gmail.com. Davey promised me a million times over you'll never do another rule.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to promise you that.
The hashtag Dork Podcast.